Capcom has just released a character guide for AKI, which is the next character that is said to come out September 27th. The video is about 10 minutes long, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Alright. AKI combines Snake Fist Kung Fu with Poison Lace Claw attacks plus irregular movement to bewilder her opponents. Her ability to increase her ability to increase her damage using poison makes her a tricky character that's tough to deal with. Alright, the snake style. Back walk speed looks kind of slow. Poison projectiles, that's probably going to be doing damage over time. That's definitely doing damage over time. That's looking like her anti-air. She can employ a wide range of tactics. Oops. Alright. She can employ a wide range of tactics such as using poisonous projectiles, utilizing her claw-based attacks to poke at opponents, or seizing openings created by poison opponents eager to close in and stop their life draining. Alright, so boom, right then and there. Stop their life draining. So I'm assuming once you touch AKI, the damage over time is removed from your character. But as long as you don't make contact with her, your life continues to tick. Ooh, boy, she's gonna aggravate people. I can see it now. In situations where your opponent has closed the gap, drive them away with your quick normal attacks or gain some distance with your movement techniques. Ooh, she really slithering like a snake. When the opponent is hit with certain attacks, they'll be poisoned and will continuously lose vitality over time for a fixed period. Alright, so there we have it. She has poison over time. Damage over time. Let me move my camera real quick because y'all can't see the actual damage that's being done to the character. Bada bing, bada boom. So let me go ahead and rewind that one more time so y'all can see that. Yep, as you can see, the life bar slowly ticks down, similar to Fang. The poison state will expire naturally after a certain amount of time, but will also end if AKI takes damage. Ooh, boy. Hitting poison opponents with certain attacks will also trigger Toxic Blossom, which ups damage and changes the behavior of the triggering move. This will allow you to extend combos or create new setups. Wait, so touching the character? Okay, so hitting poison opponents with certain attacks will also trigger Toxic Blossom. Alright, so what's that? I'm assuming Toxic Blossom will be the name of the poison over time. Alright, so that might be what it is. The name of the damage over time is Toxic Blossom. Nightshade Pulse. Launch a poisonous bubble towards your opponent, useful for checking your opponent from a distance and poisons them if it hits. Ooh, woo. Alright, so that's looking kind of like Fang's V skill. Send a projectile moving towards them, and if it makes contact, they get damage over time. A fantastic projectile attack that will keep enemies at bay. It poisons opponents, making it a nice and deadly tool. It can be followed up by Nightshade Chaser to extend my talons to detonate the pulse. Use this to hit enemies. Ugh. Let me find out I'm not reading fast enough. Use this to hit enemies who think they're safe moving around. Alright, so if you hit with that whip, it will cause it to detonate faster. And it look like it causes a knockdown on contact. So Nightshade Pulse paired with Nightshade Chaser can trigger Toxic Blossom at close range. An effective combination to increase the damage you can deal in certain situations. One more handy thing to remember. You can perform an overdrive snake step right after Nightshade Pulse. Close the gap from a distance by moving in along with the pulse, or use it as an insurance if you feel you may get jumped in on. Oh, this character about to be annoying. Overdrive. This version boosts a faster recovery, and the pulse will also hit multiple times. Use this pulse as a shield to make it easier to keep on the offensive. Oh, so it has multiple hits on overdrive. Oh my god. Ooh, she's going to be one of those characters that has good pressure up close also. Ooh, that's about to be nasty. Orchid Spring. Talons pierce the ground, creating a pool of poison. Opponents that touch the pool will become poisoned. Oh my god. Boy, she's going to be a straight poison trap. Poison makes it... Wait. Poison makes its way into the enemy if they happen to come in contact with the pool, and it cannot be blocked. Use this as a way to create zones where it's hard for the opponent to move freely. So this character will definitely force people to want to jump a lot, create situations where they're gonna have to play hasty. It's a great way to convince an unwitting foe to jump. If they purposely walk over it in an effort to close the gap, make them pay by triggering Toxic Blossom. While you're likely to use it most at long range, I must say it's most enthralling to use it after you're pursued an opponent to the corner. Hold on, let me move my camera one more time so y'all can see exactly what I'm reading. Oh my god, that's going to be nasty. So as soon as you cause a knockdown after certain situations, depending on how plush you are from what it looks like, you're going to be able to set up a safe pool, Orchid Spring, as the character just did. And as soon as you wake up, you're in damage over time. Wow. Toxic Wraith slashes forward with talons while creating a poisonous bubble and then immediately bursts it. Easy to use in combos or attack sequences and poisons the opponent if it hits. Wow. She has way more moves to cause poison triggers compared to Fang. Compared to Fang, she has a lot of ways to put that DOT on you. When used in a combo, it can also hit mid-air opponents, launch an opponent to the air and follow up with another attack. Never forget to mix in Toxic Blossom opportunities into your offense when you have the opponent cowering in the corner. Ooh, Serpent Slash. Extends talons out a short distance to pierce opponents and poison them if the attack lands. Useful in combos or as a way of checking opponents from mid-range. Alright, so that's the little slash that we've been seeing. So the one that she just did where it went straight up must be the anti-air. Serpent Slash attack direction changes depending on the button press. So light, medium, heavy. Its properties also change if it triggers Toxic Blossom. Ooh-wee! The light version is Sublime for mid-range space control. Triggering Toxic Blossom with this will send your opponent flying away, allowing you to choose between closing the gap or maintaining your distance. The medium version is good in combos or to snipe your opponent out of the air if they jump. After Toxic Blossom is triggered, you'll find it easy to tack on another attack. I recommend a poison-inducing attack as a follow-up. This character is going to be a problem. The heavy version will bring a jumping opponent down and works as an anti-air attack. You can follow up on this attack if it triggers Toxic Blossom, so keep it handy for enemies desperate to hit you to negate the poison in them. Overdrive. When this hits, it will bring your opponent, it will bring you next to the opponent, allowing for a follow-up attack. Not only does it poison the opponent, you can also link it to quick light attacks from it, giving you an opportunity to combo into attacks that can trigger Toxic Blossom. So this character is really all about forcing the DOT and then finding a way to trigger Toxic Blossom. And while finding a way to trigger it, they're going to be playing very heavy. Like they're going to be finding ways to try and get it off of them. Cruel Fate. Leap forward into the air and unleash a series of piercing attacks on a downward arc, a useful surprise attack to get around fireballs. The distance this attack covers changes depending on the button pressed. You can still at an advantage even if it's blocked, so the opponent can't counterattack back. A great move to catch someone off guard. So she's able to close the distance with a special move that won't leave her punishable. Ooh-wee! She looking like a heavier counter to JP slowly but surely. If you perform the heavy version after it hits, you can follow up with another attack. Set your sights on opening your opponent's plan or use it in combos. Overdrive. If this hits an opponent standing on the ground, it will grab them and poison them. Bro, she has so many ways to trigger that poison. That's insane. Bro, she's gonna like just slowly take the life lead as the fight go on. Even if it's blocked, you still have the advantage. You can even input forward or back to change the distance it travels if so desired. Wow. She has a plus move that gets in when you spin the meter. Ooh-wee! Snake Step. A quick low-profile maneuver that carries you forward, an effective means of closing in on your opponent or avoiding attacks. A useful technique that allows you to close the gap in an instant. You can also avoid high attacks with it while moving forward. Surprise foes who dare to keep you at bay and get in their face. So this move low profiles. So the moment you go to throw a fireball and I react with that, I get to punish you. Woo! A heavy version can get you behind your opponent, and the light version will perform a feint. Mixing these variations together will prove to be as deadly as any of my poisons. Overdrive. You cannot be hit by any attacks except for those while in motion. Alright, so that must be her DP kind of. Similar to Nash from Street Fighter V, right? Well, no. I wouldn't say Nash, but she probably don't have a legit DP. If you want to get out of harm's way, you have to overdrive this, but be wary, it can be thrown. Ooh-wee, so this character is going to be pretty weak to throws, I'm assuming. You also end up behind your opponent when you're on the defensive. This is a good way to escape from the pressure. Sinister Slide. A technique that has you slither forward slowly on your back and can be followed up by 3 different attacks. A sneaky technique where you slither along the ground like a snake to avoid attacks. You can cancel it suddenly to surprise foes as well as unleash a variety of attacks. They're all very interesting. Ugh. Wow. Ooh. The first attack is Venomous Fang. It's a deceptive, fast, long-range charging attack. It leaves you very vulnerable if blocked, so it's best used to combat projectiles or in combos. Alright, so it can be punished on block. Next is Hail Strike. While it's not on the same level as the Masters, it's still an effective, easy to use attack. Use it to avoid an enemy's attack and quickly strike back. Try to combo from a regular attack into it. Alright. So it looks like that's going to be good for avoiding DI also. Finally, there's Entrapment. This is a throw, meaning its range is short. Command Grab, but it cannot be blocked. Use it to break through defenses or to mix up if an opponent is on the lookout to parry Hail Strike. She has a Command Grab. Deadly Implication. Launch the opponent to the air with a kick and entrap them in a gigantic poison bubble. Useful as a counterattack or follow-up and poisons the opponent if it hits. Ooh. She got so many ways to apply that poison, man. That's insane. She's looking 10 times better than Fang. No, 100 times better. Tainted Talons. Extends multiple talons forward and leaves a large pool of poison in its wake. Useful for attacking from a distance and also poisons the opponent if it hits. Opponents will also become poisoned if they touch the pool. This move's trajectory and reach changes depending on the button pressed. The light version lands the closest to you, making it a good tool for anti-air situations and combos on cornered opponents. With their longer reach, the medium and heavy versions are great for stifling the aerial ambitions of a distance foe. Using them for combos on a launched opponent should also prove effective. Don't forget to make good use of the poison pool that's left in the wake of the attack. After it hits, go on the offensive to push your opponent to the poison and then aim to trigger Toxic Blossom. Bro, just imagine how much damage this is doing. Oh my god. Alright, this is the level 3. Poking all the vital points. Got him doing the Harlem Shake. That's disgusting. This is a ground attack that does lethal damage to the enemy. The cost is high, so ensure that it will connect before executing it. It's best used in combos that launch an opponent or immediately after connecting with Serpent's Slash. So what the critical art look like? Yeah, I actually want to see how she counters J. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she about to be dancing around with JP. Oh, this the critical art. Oh, she ain't even have to do JP like that. Oh, she's so nasty, bro. Oh, she's so nasty. I'ma give her a try, bro. I normally don't play zoners, but for some reason, who am I to not want to try a new character? I didn't even play Rashid like talking about it, but I at least gave him a try when he first dropped. So I'm going to do the same with AKI. Hopefully I like her. She might actually be a good secondary for DJ. She might actually help with some matchups. Like she might give Zangief a complete run for his money. Who knows? But as always, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Are you aiming to play this character? Let's talk about it. See you guys in the next one.